Welcome everyone. Once again, during the time of COVID 19 study from home, I am taking today lesson number 3 from the book First Flight, textbook in English for class 10th. The lesson number 3, Two Stories About Flying, has 2 stories. Today we are going to take Black Aeroplane, written by Frederick Forsyth. In this story, the narration is made in the third form, with the author putting himself as I. The story goes like this. The moon was in the east. The stars were shining in the clear sky. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. He was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. He was flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England, dreaming of his holiday and looking forward to being with his family. He looked at his watch. It was 1:30 in the morning. He thought to call the Paris control room. He looked down the nose of the aeroplane and saw the lights of a big city in front of him. He switched on the radio and said, "Paris control, Dakota DS-088 here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England. Over." The voice from the radio answered him immediately. DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees west now. DS-088, over. He checked the map and the compass, switched over to his second and last fuel tank, and turned the Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. He thought he'll be in time for the breakfast. A big English breakfast. Everything was going well. It was an easy flight. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind him when he saw the clouds. Storm clouds. They were huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front over them. And he did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. He thought he ought to go back to Paris, but he wanted to get home. He wanted that breakfast. He thought he'll take the risk and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. He looked at the compass. He couldn't believe his eyes. The compass was turning round and round and round. It was dead. It was not working. The other instruments were suddenly dead. And he too was tired. He tried the radio. Paris control, Paris control, can you hear me? There was no answer. The radio was dead too. He had no other radio or compass, and he could not see where he was. He was lost in the storm. Suddenly, he saw another plane. It had no lights on its wings, but he could see it flying next to him through the storm. He could see the pilot's face turned towards him. He was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved. The pilot from the other plane said, "Follow me." The narrator thought probably the second pilot has understood that the narrator was lost and the second pilot was trying to help him. The second plane turned slowly to the north in front of his Dakota so that it would be easier for the narrator to follow him. The narrator was so happy to go behind the strange plane like an obedient child. There was enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank to fly for another 5 to 10 minutes more. But the narrator started feeling frightened. But then, as he started to go down, the narrator followed the strange plane through the storm. Suddenly, the narrator found that he had come out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of light in front of him. It was the runway. Oh, an airport! I was safe, he said. The narrator turned to look for his friend in the black plane, but the sky was empty. There was nothing there. The black airplane was gone, and he could not see him anywhere. After landing, the narrator was not sorry to walk away from his old Dakota to the control tower, because the Dakota was already old and was ready to be rejected. So he went and asked the old woman in the control center where he was and who the other pilot was, and also say a thank you to the woman. The woman looked at him strangely and laughed and said, "Another aeroplane? Up there in the storm? No other planes were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar." Hearing the woman, the narrator was surprised and started wondering who had helped him to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in his tanks. Who was the pilot in the strange black plane flying in the storm without lights? Can you guess? Thank you and have a good day.